Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday Night Fights #1. Later on this evening, Hero Series duel between Kingofpxl versus LordNeoLite. But first, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, let me draw your attention to, representing the Beard Boys, it is Inzi. And across from him on the other side of the Hearthstone board, it is going to be, representing Tap Last 103, Tyfoon! And to bring this series to you all night long, can't stop, never stopping, it is me, DollaBilz, joined by BrushyTuna and Saku. Gentlemen, we have a true battle royale in front of us, waiting for us this evening.
Yo, I'm hyped. That was awesome. Let's get it. Let's get these matches. Holy crap.
Doesn't DollaBilz get you pumped?
Oh my gosh. Man, you said you were bringing the hype, but my blood flow is pumping like no other right now.
I'm visibly shaking.
I am visibly out of breath, lightheaded. I haven't screamed like that in years. I was not ready.
Vision blurred, breathing obstructed at best. That's blood pressure.
That's all right. We'll have some time for you to recover as we go over these deck lists here for our first competitors tonight in this Pro Series. It is open deck list, of course. So the players get to see the deck list beforehand, and so do we as the casters and you, the viewers at home. Leading off for the Beard Boys, who got less of a hype than Tyfoon did, sadly, DollaBilz.
I just feel like I've cast Tyfoon so many times, I owed him. Plus, it's easy to really pull that O on Tyfoon.
Yeah, just 48 O's.
Yeah,
you could put like 48 I's at the end of Inzi, but you know.
That's true. That's true.
Well, here we go with the deck list. We got the Tempo Mage. He had the Bomb Warrior, but the Bomb Warrior was banned out by Tyfoon. Highlander Priest and the Malagos Druid here to wrap out Inzi's deck list. And then across from him, Tyfoon, we have the Soul Demon Hunter, the Secret Rogue, the Face Hunter, and the Highlander Priest, with the Rogue being banned from Tyfoon.
Yeah, and right before the show started, we were actually talking a little bit about the Highlander Priests and some of the differences that they have. And one of the things that Tyfoon maybe was anticipating that Inzi did not bring was weapons. Because we see all across Tyfoon's deck list, we see 2 Acidic Swamp Oozes in the Demon Hunter. We see a Swamp Ooze and a Sticky Fingers in the Highlander Priest. And the only class that Inzi brought was that Warrior. And like you said, Bomb Warrior, straight banned. Not going to see it.
Yep. The one class with weapons got banned.
Yeah.
Kind of feels bad, but it makes sense, though, because that Bomb Warrior has the best chance of, like, there's no way Tyfoon is beating that Bomb Warrior just straight out here. So, you know, it sucks that you brought all this weapon stuff, hoping to bring their opponent bring other weapon stuff, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you guess, and sometimes you're wrong.
Absolutely. So, what do you think? Just thinking about what cards had to be replaced in this Demon Hunter in particular, 2 Acidic Swamp Oozes. What has Tyfoon forfeited to be able to add this?
It looks like we cut a Scoundrel or a Gladebound Depth. Some lists run 101, some lists run 2 Scoundrels or 2 Gladebounds, and no Pocket either from the Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
Which has been 50-50 as well, whether it's in the deck list. You know, sometimes they run it for that Skull combo where you Pocket, then you Skull, so that way you can hit all your top end cards and make them cost 3 or 2. So your top end is really just as good as your low end.
Yeah. But speaking of Pocket, actually making a cameo appearance inside this. Does this count as Face Hunter? Is this a secret?
Yes, that is what's considered Face Hunter.
Okay, so for Face Hunter, I mean, obviously it tops out. You know, nothing's more expensive than the 4 mana necessary for Dragonbane or Lorekeeper Polkelt. But that's been a cool card. You know, when I first saw Lorekeeper Polkelt in the spoiler season, I was thinking like, oh yeah, you can use it in your control deck to make sure you only draw your bombs at the end of the game. But that works for Face Hunter for face decks as well. You'll just only draw your. When I say bombs, it's just stuff that costs 4 or 3.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's there to get you either your kill commands, sometimes the Dragonbane to go 7. It's your over the top burst that Polecat gets you in this Face Hunter version. Yeah. So I mean it's still really good cards. You just I poke out. Oh, you're gonna take like 10 next turn.
That's right. Just make sure that you're always drawing, making sure that your gravy train never runs out of biscuit wheels. What do you think about this Malagos Druid bring? You had some thoughts on that.
I love Malagos Druid. It suffers into aggro. So that's probably the reason for the rogue ban here from Inzi. It's not going to beat the Hunter. It beats Priest pretty consistently, and the Demon Hunter That's just a race. It's a race to see if the Demon Hunter could draw their burst first, or if the Malagos Druid could put down some big taunts or a Ysera board in the way first.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Volpera Scoundrel, because we actually see a couple of Volpera Scoundrels across Typhoon's list, and the Demon Hunter as well as the Highlander Priest. It looks like Inzi's Highlander Priest is not playing the Scoundrel, but Volpera Scoundrel is one of those cards I've always really liked, but as different, I always feel like as decks get refined, Scoundrel always sort of feels like the 30th card. It has a tendency to sort of get bounced first.
I mean, you start playing around and you're like, man, I really wish I had like another Discover effect or just like another early board card where, you know, Scoundrel covers both. It's even though it's a little weak statted, sometimes especially in like Priest, it usually finds you what you need, whether it's a removal spell, some heal, or even Scoundrel can find you another Discover effect, and then you just start ripping off a train of Discover into a Discover into a Discover.
That's right.
The from one card to technically 3. So
yeah, and I've
always just a solid choice to slam in there. But you know what I see right now, DollaBilz?
I see a bunch of spectator.
I see some eyeballs. That means our players are in this match. So let's get going to those players. We got Tyfoon on your bottom, and Inzi will be on top.
You know, I haven't really thought about how the spectator icon is an eyeball, and the click animation is a finger poking. I'm just poking these spectator buttons in the eye. It's kind of harsh, kind of mean-spirited.
All right, so for match number 1, we got Tyfoon on the Demon Hunter and Inzi on this Mage.
So yeah, sort of a tempo spell generation, spell
man,
power.
I still see the mulligan, and there's already an attack happening. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Tyfoon has done the very successful hero power and pass for turn 1. One of the things that has been cut from all these current builds of Demon Hunter is that Battle Friend, the Battle Fiend, not making the cut anymore, just Spirit Jailer now.
Yeah, it's not necessary in this version because you're not really trying to aggro them down. Trying to control the board a little bit for a while and then finish them off with some over-the-top face damage.
And I just had a hard time imagining. It's like, man, I'm not going to be always mulliganing for Blazing Battle Mage and Battle Friends and Battle stuff.
Nope.
Darn. I thought I knew myself.
This mulligan's easy. Yeah. Look for early game removal, on your skull, cast skull, deal a lot of damage.
Profits. And here we see one of the whole bunch of new cards in Inzi, well, relatively new cards with Raz Frost Whisper, the Lab Partner, and Cram Session all ready to go alongside a Sorcerer's Apprentice. The early Sorcerer's Apprentice, Sorcerer's Apprentice timing is always one of those things where I feel like I never do it
just
right.
The Tachi War Blades here, coming from Typhoon to punch down the Sorcerer's Apprentice. We might see the Soul Shear, the setup for our Shard starter. Shatter Mystic.
Oh yeah, another.
Just gonna go with the Warblades here. Easy enough. Develop the weapon. Clear off a minion.
Oh, it says explode.
I really like the Lab Partner. Is on play. Just it says explode. No. Certainly a fun one to be someone else's Lab Partner. Don't necessarily, but we see Tyfoon gonna go ahead. You can't allow spell damage, right? Like having spell damage, allowing spell damage to survive has always been risky, but when the Mage is so many cards that now trigger off of it, the Frost Whisper, Cram Session, all of the different spells that can be generated, you just can't allow any amount of spell power to survive.
Exactly, yeah. It's mainly because of Roz. You don't want Roz to hit the board and just be able to like 2 to 3 to the board and the face all at the same time.
Yeah, and because I know of some folks have, look, wow, actually gonna go ahead and commit. This is the second Sorcerer's Apprentice, right? Like this is it. We're out of Sorcerer's Apprentices at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that said, this is going to be a downright, dare I say, and I hate to use this kind of language on stream, but this is going to turn into a quite a silly turn.
I thought you were going to say something else. I'm surprised we're actually going full in on this Invocation this turn.
And Inzi definitely appreciating the ever-present looming threat of the rope. One of the most difficult things about this deck is a lot of times, the conventional wisdom is play slowly, think through all the things, but when a deck generates this much stuff, you can't. Animations will kill you.
The minute you're like, oh, I have to go for this turn, you just gotta like, oh, it's my turn. All right, and go.
and we're downhill skiing.
Yeah. Sometimes you still see that rope coming across while you're still thinking about all the bajillion cards in your hand. You're like, oh no.
No.
It's like I don't have the time for this.
Yeah. Soul Shear going to come down, clear off the apprentice, and that's both apprentices. And I feel like the go offedness potentiality of this mage deck is definitely reduced when you know that both apprentices are no longer in your opponent's deck. Is that a verb? Go offedness?
Sure. Well,
You know
sure.
what I mean, right?
Yeah, sure. We'll let you have this one, I guess.
Thank you. You're always there for me. There's the man himself. You're talking about Frost Whisper going to be able to come down and take control of the, clear the board once again. And Tyfoon finds himself behind on board going into turn 6.
We can clear this board up though because of the I-beam pickup, so we can go Shark Star Mystic, and then I-beam down the rest of this Frost Whisper.
And the Volpera Scoundrel earlier generated that inner demon that we see on the far side of Typhoon's hand. So you were talking about how you're just cutting all the early drops was to enable you to go over the top at the end there. And you may not play inner demon, you may not hard run inner demon, but Volpera Scoundrel get you one.
Point of the card. Sometimes you just find a Twin Slice, an inner demon, just some good old burst.
Yeah. And just doing a quick perusal of Inzi's list to make sure I'm not about to absolutely embarrass myself. Nope, there's no taunts in here. So it's sort of freezing the face that might as well be burn spells.
A little expensive, but it's still worth it nonetheless.
Yep. I don't want to speak for all demon hunters, but whenever I'm a demon hunter, I will pay any mana price if it reduces their life to 0.
I don't know. Eight's a lot though.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's gonna take up a whole turn here. Probably we might see it this turn coming here from Typhoon.
And this
but Cram Session for draw 4.
2 mana draw 4. Usually you have to be an Enrage Warrior if you want to do stuff like that.
What was that about the going offness? Not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 2 mana draw 4. I don't know about going off, but I mean that's pretty good there.
Yeah, Inzi's certainly not going to run out of her cash over the course of the next couple of turns. But how does Inzi win this game, would you say? Because Frost Whisper's come and gone.
So we got Chinvala, and we have the Giants as well. That I think cost like 1 right now, maybe 0. They're very low right now. So you got the Giants plus the Chinvala that you can like make a bunch of 5/5s, or you Conjurer's Calling your Giants, and obviously get some more 8 drops. So as you see here, here's the Chinvala coming down. Make some 5/5s.
Interesting. So there's a part of me that wanted to commit that second Astromancer Solarian to just go ahead and ace this chain with that second Ray of Frost. But it looks like Inzi's actually choosing to hold that back, concerned about silences maybe. And there's still a Volpera card in Typhoon's hand that Inzi doesn't know about. Maybe it's a Consume Magic or something like that, maybe, or a Mage Hunter.
It's good to keep it back because you have this other Cram Session in hand. So it allows you to keep tempo on for the following turn. But this Blade Dance here, plus this weapon, plus the Inner Demon that we know Typhoon has, should spell the end for Inzi.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's Jandis can do something. Double taunt.
Convincing
Double
infiltrate.
taunt.
Oh my god, it is double taunt. Okay.
Man, I'm good at this game.
Yeah, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. The Tuna Promise.
The Tuna Promise. All right, now the draw 2 here. Probably gonna use this Ray of Frost.
Yeah, just gonna try to keep everything frozen. And this Mana Giant, it was not only cheap. Oh man, an Elemental Allies is actually gonna go off. It's gonna draw the last remaining spell
card
with Magic Trick. Yeah.
Alas, poor warlock.
Hey,
Right. Oh, Blade Dance plus the Twin Slice could do it here.
Yeah, actually, if he's able to guide his Blade Dance correctly.
Yeah, if it hits both taunts, that could be game.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It would be 9 exactly with the hero power.
I mean, it seems like you go for it, right? Inzi's about to stabilize. It seems like it's do or die time for Typhoon.
I don't know about wasting the second slice there before Blade Dancing. because you're not technically dead on board. So, I guess it was to make sure that the mankind died.
Oh, right. If it did,
got hit, yeah. So I guess that makes sense.
And looks like a swing and a miss on the Fen Creeper.
Grows short.
And now, I mean, seems like you
still have lethal set up next turn.
That's true. Inzi's going to need the Solarian Prime to potentially throw a monkey wrench in the works here. Or I guess look for a Frostbolt first. Oh, that'll do it. That was the fastest Frostbolt I've ever seen.
I mean, you instantly take that. You're like, I'm at 9 against a Demon Hunter with the Lapidaries, and there's still a second Twin Slice hanging out somewhere.
That's a heal guy. That is the
It says explode.
that is the walking counter.
Face, so it feels okay.
And of course the ping. Gotta get that last piece of damage in there. And now Tyfoon stuck with a bunch of cards that won't do anything. And it looks like Inzi able to
Close it out.
find the win.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Jandis hitting double taunt.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then the Blade Dance not able to hit both taunts just left. Imagine if, like you're saying, if Jandis hits one taunt and Blade Dance clears that taunt, that game's over.
It's over,
Typhoon
yeah.
wins. Yeah. Had to be double taunt, and then Blade Dance had to miss. And
we hit it all. Yeah, sometimes you gotta play to your outs sometimes. Even if they are some high rolly crazy outs, you still just gotta
I
go
will
for it.
prove
Yeah.
myself to you.
And so it looks like Inzi going to queue up the Highlander Priest. This one does not have the anti-weapon techs. Typhoon's was the one with the anti-weapon techs. Instead, running things that you were mentioning, good in the mirror, things like Draconic Studies, Plague of Death at the very, very top end.
Yeah.
And just going to go ahead and... Looks like is not running a Shadow Word Ruin either. Another difference between the two. And instead has the Wand Maker.
Great thing about Highlander is pretty much every card outside of like 6 cards are tech choices.
Right, that's right. You get to bring
know.
your entire toolbox, the entire
Yeah.
craftsman tool chest, just bring it with you.
Oh, an early renew for a death. Interesting. Okay.
Tempo Ooze, once again, going to hit the board for Tyfoon.
I mean, that's all that is. That is just a full-on tempo ooze.
Yep. All right.
All right, let's see if he guesses the Twin Slice.
Yeah. Oh, got it.
I mean,
Oh,
you
and
always just pick the card that, like, if this is in their hand, I want this one. So,
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people will okey doke themselves on the Envoy of Lazul. It's like you pick the card you want because.
yeah, because I mean, if you miss, you're like, oh well, like. But if you hit, then you're like, oh good, I got the card that I wanted out of these 3.
Glide, Coordinated Strike, Feast of Souls, and of course the ever-present Mystery Choice are the options offered to Tyfoon. Looks like it's going to be a
Glide. Yeah, Glide's real good in this matchup. Eventually, Typhoon's going to have way less cards than Inzi. Glide's going to be able to fix that up real fast.
Yeah, and you're probably gonna be able to shuffle randomly generated potential garbage into Inzi's list later. It's
yeah,
gonna be
exactly.
yeah. And here comes that Marrow Slicer. Gonna go ahead and take care of the what's the Cabalist? What's that guy?
Acolyte.
The Cabal Acolyte. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the guy that's always stealing my guys when comboed with Wave of Apathy.
Stop it.
God, stop.
I just want to keep my guys for once, please.
Can I play some cards? Can I play some cards?
No.
Oh, dang it. And we're going to see the early Blade Dance. Yeah.
Interesting. So we're trading a Blade Dance and our Mystic to push 4 here?
I imagine so, because otherwise that was quite a bit. And also, I guess we've moved the skull all the way to the far side of the hand, just getting that ready for next
that's
turn.
true.
You don't pick the one.
I can also just say how delighted I am that I was, because when I saw Animated Broomstick, I didn't think a whole lot about it, but the amount of Broomstick that I've seen recently just reminds me so much of the original version of Fantasia.
You mean the ones that flood the house and ruin everything?
Yes, that's exactly right. those exactly. Oh, actually,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I love when brooms ruin everything.
That's why I don't touch them. Never do.
My house is just always dirty.
Right. But not flooded.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta pick your battles, people. You know.
You've got me fired.
And so we saw Typhoon actually top deck a skull there, and so he's actually going to be able to keep his second skull in reserve.
Now we're cooking.
Yep. This Kane needs to stay in hand until Typhoon can find a good amount of bursts to go.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, Inzi needs to be careful with his Spirit Jailer. So you need to disable all of your own, your Zephyrus and your Dragon Queen, because you absent-mindedly throw a Spirit Jailer on the board.
Yeah, I'll play a 1/3.
No!
And you don't realize it until you draw one.
Yeah. Yeah, why isn't my Zephyrus go? Oh, no.
All right, I played discard.
I'll heal for 2 later.
I hope I draw more cards, please.
Speaking of soul shards, we're seeing Tyfoon really load up. I think he's sitting on something like 5 or 6 soul fragments already.
6. I don't think he's drawn any.
Yeah, so 6 soul shards means that if
Oh no, 5. It's 5. He destroyed one.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's right. He destroyed one for the whirlwind effect. That's right. So if he's ever able to find that Soulciologist Militia, that's going to be ready to go, full Dr. Boom style.
Pretty easy turn here from Inzi.
Yeah, just going to respect the board. Not that Demon Hunter's going to be doing any buffing, but your guy only has rush, right? You can't. It's not like you get to charge anyway.
There's no point not to kill the 1/3.
Was there a thought for healing the Vile Fiend just to not get Marrow Slicered? Does that matter?
No. I mean, Marrow Slicer plus hero power is gonna kill it regardless.
True.
So it really doesn't change any breakpoints. And you know, you're always afraid of the burst from this Demon Hunter. So healing yourself for 2 way more important than having a 3/5. And plus, so most of Typhoon's minions also just break pretty well into it. Lapidary or Pillager and so on.
True. The Marrow Slicer is going to come down, and now Typhoon has to decide. I mean, at what point does Typhoon?
Its face is the place.
It's gas time. It's time to turn on the gas.
It's always gas.
Gas. All gas, no brakes.
Oh. He's playing around Apotheosis.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you only have to get blown out by Apotheosis once or twice to just
to always play around it again. Yeah.
And here it is, the Lapidary of the Hour. You were talking about the power of this card. Just look at this 9 damage Mac truck hurtling towards it.
For 2 mana, by the way.
Yeah, not bad. I'm sorry, did I say 9 damage Mac truck? I said I meant 30 damage Mac truck.
We might go full. He's thinking about it.
Oh, we doing it all? Oh man. Okay.
Nah, we'll just play Horde Pillager probably here afterwards.
That makes sense. You can have a pretty big turn next turn as well. Oh, gonna equip the Warblades. Okay. Interesting.
I would think you'd play the Horde Pillager, get a Marrow Slicer back, but
I guess Typhoon. Oh yeah, that is interesting. I guess Typhoon might be thinking to get 1 attack in with the Warblades, but then still pillaging next turn, or not next turn, but the turn after, just try to get more swings overall. But it seems like you really want that Horde Pillager to hit Marrow Slicer, right? Like you definitely would rather.
That's why that's how I play this deck for sure. But
yeah,
Typhoon is overall better than I am, so I'm gonna go with his play. Ooh, another Lapidary.
Such a beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And so actually, if I'm not gonna pretend like I'm good at math, but I think this puts actually with 2 draws, a destruction, another destruction, but then 2 more shuffles, 5, I think, 4 or 5 soul fragments now in Typhoon's list, or in Typhoon's deck.
Yeah, it's 5.
And Inzi all of a sudden, you mentioned the importance of healing the face, and that 2 health is looking particularly important right now.
I mean, he healed back-to-back turns for 4, so theoretically could be at 7 right now. It's like the range with 1 slice.
Able to rip a Holy Nova off the effect, the Sethek Veilweaver effect, and actually just going to go ahead and drop the Holy Nova to heal for 2. We're thinking about it.
Cover first. Might as well.
Might as well. If any play in Hearthstone history has ever underlined the importance of healing, the 4 mana heal 2 has got to be up there.
Ooh. So we can sociology coin glide if we want to this turn.
I will still
Oh, yeah.
find
But wait, is this lethal? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is less than 13. Am I missing something? Oh, wait, with the marrow slicer. 9, 10, it's still only 11, isn't it?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
still
gotta go.
short even with the marrow slicer.
Yeah. But there are some draws off of here. Pretty sure there's still one more copy of Chaos Strike in there.
3 fragments left. 2 fragments left.
Found the Chaos Strike.
Yeah, off by 1.
short.
Do we hear power?
Oh,
this turn?
not enough mana for the Pillager. So close though, like so tantalizingly close.
Yeah. Oh, we're in trade. Okay.
Yeah, Sethek.
Push 9.
Sethek's just another one of those cards that leaving it up is so perilous.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned at the top of the show, it's not the 30 cards you load into the game with. It's the
It's the 30 card you find with your original 30 cards.
yeah. 4 life. The Zephyrus is not active.
Yeah, the soul fragment.
The Soul. That's right.
Come on, man. We just talked about it.
We just talked about it. I really thought that the Soul Fragments would really be a pal for old Inzi, but Inzi's dead. Inzi's just dead. No two ways
Maybe.
about it.
There's a chance that I get Warblades.
Oh, that's true. Warglaves and Hero Power would only be 3.
Yep. You just gotta rip the Horde Pillager.
Hide behind your servants. I will still find
Why aren't we just ripping Horde Pillager?
Treasure? Loot?
Okay, we get there eventually. Oh, we missed.
Missed. Swing and a miss. So gonna go ahead and set Inzi to 1. If Inzi can draw a Soul Fragment, that will reactivate Zephyrs the Great. That's not a Soul Fragment.
Discover.
Madame
Here, you can have
Lazul-
a Magtherodon.
Yeah, I don't think Typhoon
There you
minds.
go.
I have it with my blessing.
That should do it.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so Inzi gonna lose with the Priest, bringing our series to a 1-1, and still the possibility, you were talking about the possibility, and the possibility remains of a Highlander Priest mirror, dude.
Oh, please. I casted so many of these so far.
All right, so that puts the Soul Demon Hunter and the Tempo Spell Power Mage in the books, leaving Highlander Priest Malagos Druid against Highlander Priest Aggro Hunter possibility for this next match.
See the hunter.
Druid versus the Hunter.
here for a lesson.
I'm good at this game.
Yep.
Begin.
I think you had a pretty clear idea as to how this
Is
goes.
hunter. This is hunter favored. It's like 65-35.
So if
Actually,
the Druid,
with the Anubis out, it's 62-38.
so yeah, if Druid does find a way to win this, what does Inzi need?
So
what does Inzi
we
have to do?
need our Moonfires. We need. Let me look over the exact deck list so I don't lie. Sure need Moonfires. We need our swipes. We need all our removal as possible. And then the real thing that helps you like break it over the top is sometimes you just get a Speaker Gidra and make it huge, and that just controls the board for a while. Yeah, Crystal Powers. So just all your early game stuff. Ramp is nice, but if you take a turn off the ramp, sometimes you're just dead.
Yep, you get to die with a pocket full of mana crystals.
Exactly. Look at all these mana crystals, and Hunter's like, "Yeah, I'll kill you with 5 of those."
Great, and now they're my mana crystals. It's like,
Yeah,
aw.
exactly.
It's an early guardian animals, so it looks like we're just gonna start. Oh man, Inzi's gonna just try to chip away at this Kolek over the next 2 turns.
That's fine. This Kolek can be really gross sometimes with Wolpertinger and stuff like that, which I'm surprised we didn't play it last turn. Surprised that we valued the hero power over playing these 1/1s.
Yeah, that like obviously weaving in the hero power has been a thing since 2014, but board development Because eventually, like you were saying, Inzi has things like Anubisath Defender, Teacher's Pet, stuff like that to eventually slow down board-based aggression. Seems like then your hero power really becomes premium.
All right, so this Polkelt will draw.
Kill Command or
No, he has
Eagle
both
Horn.
kill commands in hand.
Oh, he has both in hand, so Eagle Horn Bow.
Or Animal Companion.
Or, yep, or Animal Companion.
So this is going to be a pretty good turn here from Tyfoon. We can go Dragonbane and Tour Guide. And just send 7.
Yeah, oh my gosh, a 3/5 and a 1/1 and a 2 and a 7. This is on turn 5. I thought Druid was supposed to cheat mana stuff. What's going on here?
Nah. Aggro decks get it too. Might as well. Everyone gets some. So this should pull double Twilight Runner. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's only...
Oh, it's just my guess. If you're holding one of the cards, you pull double of the other one.
Oh,
Just
I
how,
did, yeah.
it's just how it always happens.
One of those things like Soulfire, always discard Soulfire. If there's a
Yeah,
Soulfire in your hand.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not a rule, but it always...
It's a thing. It's a rule. It's 100% a rule.
That's right. And so sitting at 9 life, Inzi, I think, probably doing some calculations to see if there is anything else he can do to try to,
He's trying to figure out if he can burn some cards to set up for an overflow.
Oh, and actually trying to gain 1 armor. I was wondering if there was ever a world where you like get ready to overflow by trying to get Speaker Gidra out or something like that, but the overload was just going to make that math impossible.
So we run no Unleash the Hounds here. So I honestly think this Polket might have cost Tyfoon the game.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time for Tyfoon to find any beasts. You know, the Phase Stalker is stuck behind.
The Animal Companion next turn is a beast.
True.
But that's 6 mana to play a beast and send a kill command.
Okay, just gonna straight up mill a card. Wow,
We just don't care. Yeah.
I guess Ysera's already
this
in
matchup. Well, in this matchup's not about the Malagos combo. Like he's pretty close to dead on board. So
yeah, very true.
Ooh, Huffer, always Huffer.
It's always Huffer. Another just always true complete law. So do you use a kill command to kill this 3/5 and then go face with Huffer?
You have to push 7, send him to 6, and then next turn, Animal Companion, kill command, hero power should be lethal as long as Inzi doesn't have another heal card.
Yep, sure would be a shame if Inzi had another heal card. Although
The
actually,
thing about that heal card is you're gonna burn one. So.
And actually, if he plays the overflow, he'll be all the way into fatigue already. Inzi will.
Yep. This has got to go face.
Oh yeah,
surely. You can't trade with this.
And you actually want Inzi to keep drawing.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Inzi will no longer be overloaded next turn. He's going to be able to play Ysera and then attack to draw Dream Portals. But like you said, the hero or the Animal Companion kill command hero power is going to do 7.
That's going to do it. Wow. It looked like Inzi was about to stabilize, and that's why I said that it might have cost him, but...
just didn't have the mana for Crystal Power. Could have healed for 5 behind these taunts, but...
That's game.
That's game. Hunter. Yeah, I'd say if there's one thing that got borne out, it was your prediction for Hunter v Druid. Although Polkelt really threw a monkey wrench in the works there.
I mean, I did say Hunter was like 62-38 favored. I just thought that the way that the game was going at that time that Inzi was going to be able to stabilize, but missed out on a second heal effect. The second heal effect would have shut that game real close.
And so now it is going to be Malagos Druid once again up against the Highlander Priest of Tyfoon. And we talked a little bit about the differences between the Highlander lists. Typhoon's has once again a bunch of weapon destruction, ooze, sticky fingers.
The priest needs to put some sort of pressure onto the board.
Yeah, it's just not really it is interesting to think because the ability of this druid to just go over the top. Alex draws a Malagos. Allows you to, and there's no way to gain armor, right? You can't You can't go for some kind of dog gain 200 armor strategy. You gotta-
Right. You just kind of sit here and hope they take forever to get their combo.
And then, yeah, we're actually going to see a tempo Sethek Veil Weaver. It's a it's a 2-mana card. That's a 2/3, and then Druid would like to be ramping right now, if at all possible, and is going to use the hero power. I guess we see that there's no dragon in hand, but
Yeah.
this is not a ramping turn. This is a clearing the Sethek Veil Weaver turn.
The future
You can't let the priest just have all the cards.
Right. Is this a matchup where you just go ahead and drop Kronks on 6? Just go ahead and get Galakron on 7? Just
Yeah, you just want the pressure. You don't really care about the effects too much.
gonna go ahead and use Breath of Dreams for the draw. Not able to hit a dragon, and so just basically trying to draw Overgrowth, and still has not successfully drawn Overgrowth. Has Inzi, and now Tyfoon.
That's just what happens sometimes. This matchup is 60% favored to the Druid.
Yeah, but we actually saw Tyfoon able to play an active Breath of Dreams by virtue of the Madame Lazul, and so who's ramping now? Priest is.
Oh, interesting.
That is really interesting. What exactly?
I guess he was hoping that maybe he'll get to play the GA. To get rid of the GA for Inzi.
Yeah, and just trying to burn off some of the ramp, or not even the ramp. Yeah, trying to burn off the lightning blooms and guardian animals and stuff.
Oh, you're
like that. Try to break something, but yeah. So that was really just. I guess Tyfoon also saw that Tyfoon couldn't play any cards at 5 mana.
It was like, you know what? Let's just get it out there. Why not?
Yeah.
Because if there was like a lightning bloom or something in that hand, then Tyfoon could have wasted that, and then Inzi would be out of luck for the early GA.
Yeah.
I would love to see just a Kronks here, even though we're holding the Galakron.
Let me change your
This is
mind.
interesting. Opting to play the Yeti instead of the Kronks. I guess hoping for that. I guess with Galakron in the hand. Now,
Yeah.
Maybe gonna Galakron directly into Kronks and try to.
Hopefully you have the Now it's reasonable to try to get the trigger off of it. Ooh, this Galakron lines up nice.
Yeah, this is for Tyfoon, delicious. For Inzi, disgusting. But I'm invisible.
Galakron sees all.
Yeah, look at how many eyeballs he has. It's the whole deal. And Inzi gonna go ahead and try to mount some counterboard pressure of his own.
All the pressure.
You can't let Priest have creatures. It's just.
I mean, Inzi is down to 11 here.
Yeah, for sure. And we can see that. Oh, Tyfoon is actually just gonna go ahead and rip his Murs on the Infinite. So that's all 4 of these. Actually, no.
No.
Animals is
Yeah,
gonna-
Guardian Animals pool is nothing.
That's right. The teacher's pets weren't played, so they don't
Correct.
activate.
That is how the interaction works.
Yep. 2 3/5s though. That's and an 8/8. So
Still good board pressure. Still hard for the Druid to do it, so.
Crystal Power coming into hand, and Inzi's had to get all the way to 8 mana the hard way. Just it's not how we do it as Druids. We don't pay full retail for mana. Till today.
Don't pay for anything.
Yeah. The educated Alec. It's just going to go ahead and start remembering spells. A way that this deck can actually just have more spells than it's supposed to. A 3rd and 4th copy of Moonfire and Swipe and stuff, potentially. It only comes off Teacher's Pets, but when it does, it can be potentially hilarious.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if this Alec gets shuffled back in, or if it ever dies.
So now Tyfoon has several options. The Kronks you were talking about, the Kronks trigger is active. There's a Wretched
Probably
2
holding
there.
on to that for face damage.
Oh yeah, try to just go ahead and end the game.
Yeah.
This is interesting. We have an Iron Fur Grizzly left at 1, and Typhoon has enough mana to either hero power. That's going to be the option, but was mousing over some other possibilities.
Yeah, it was in between that or the Thought Steel.
And here we see, I mean, Overflow has just turned out to be such an incredibly good card. Just to draw 5 is really
Draw
good.
5, heal 5. It's good.
Yep. Now we see Inzi doesn't have the full combo yet. You need Malagos, you need Force Warden Omu, you need Germination if you want to do real ridiculous 30 mana turns. But Typhoon's got to be, Typhoon had Inzi all the way down to 9 earlier this game, like you were mentioning, and it's all of a sudden no longer
Back
the case.
to 19.
Yeah.
But another good board put out here by Typhoon.
The future is clear.
And with Zephyrs online and in hand, if this 8/8 survives, all of a sudden it has Wind Fury and it's trucking home for 16.
Wind Fury.
Yeah, if Zephyrs gives this 8/8 Wind Fury.
Oh, right. I was looking for an actual card outside the Zephyrs in the hand. I was like,
oh,
what?
no.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How are we doing this?
Well, it's a combo. If you cross your eyes and you're looking at your shaman collection, and then all of a sudden you just don't realize that you're not allowed to put
I forgot Shaman's a class. It's brand new, folks.
Easy to forget.
Go out there and try the new class.
Oh, they have, am I saying this right? Totems? Spoiled for choice. Typhoon has 1,500 different ways to win this game, and it looks like the choice is going to be a Fireball off Zephyrs. I, of course, have a predilection for Wind Fury, but...
Yeah. Wind Fury, the Kronks.
Yeah, that's the... Get your lackey to do it. And with that, Highlander Priest on the back of some struggle times with Druid means Typhoon is our first victor this evening.
Easy.
Yeah,
an unfavorable matchup, and just takes it,
Yeah, and there's that last game was really interesting, particularly the timing on that Elucia, of course. But the timing on Elucia is just something that
It's always interesting.
Yeah, it's just like, this has really changed the game. Now they have each other's decks and stuff. Not super impactful, but then again, Druid had to just lose a turn. They were just stuck with a turn where they had a bunch of priest cards that cost too much and they couldn't play any.
They do things.
Right. Yeah.
Just not in the way that you wanted to that turn,
Yeah. And so we're not going to get to see the Bomb Warrior. We're not going to get to see the Secret Rogue, but I think, and we were talking a little bit before the show even started about all of the anti-weapon stuff that Typhoon chose to run in his lists, and it just, tempo 3/2 is fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, sure. With all the other 3/2s that do effects, just a normal 3/2 is fine, I guess.
Yeah. And speaking of Typhoon, the victor, congratulations, Typhoon, my man. Congratulations, an effective 3-1 victory over Inzi.
Hello. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Before I forget, I must ask you, because I find the subject fascinating. What was the impetus for the Mindrender Elucia timing on that turn 5 or 6?
Yeah, so I was thinking about it, and having played that Priest deck a decent amount, I realized that the best timing is actually to play it whenever your opponent can't play anything on that turn. So if I played it any later, he would have been able to play all of my high-end value cards. But because I played it that turn, he didn't actually have a turn at all. He effectively had to skip his turn.
Interesting. So yeah, you basically Uno skipped him.
Right, exactly. That's a very accurate metaphor for that.
That's very cool. Very, very cool. I am terrible at Mindrender Elucia, so I'm taking notes right now, frantically scribbling right now.
Yeah, if you listen closely enough, you can hear his pencil snapped in the middle of those notes, and he's sharpening it right now.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that was the real OP part of Mindrender, that it can sometimes just skip your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Either way, he was going to skip his turn with the draw or without you.
Well, when I swapped the cards, I saw that he had the Twilight Runners, so he probably would have played one of those.
Yeah. Then it got eaten by the Galakron.
Right, yeah.
But
How does it feel to win that super unfavorable, though, to take the series? You know, Priest
which
is not supposed to beat the Mally Druid. It's like 60% towards the Druid.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, to be perfectly honest, I haven't really been that tuned in to Hearthstone in the past couple weeks. Anyone who's talked to me knows why.
It's fair. That's fair.
And so I didn't know the matchup. Like I think I heard it was pretty. I mean, logically speaking, the Mally Druid would burst down the Priest. Sure, that makes sense. But honestly, like I had no idea what the percentages were for most of these matchups.
Well,
Yeah, I
the
think-
the Hunter Druid went according to the numbers.
Yeah, the
You
100
know.
Druid's like 65 Hunter favored, 35 Druid favored.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because if he doesn't draw the heals and taunts, it's very rough
It's
for
this
them.
game. Yeah.
And he did draw the heal and taunts, and it was still game.
Yeah, like he lived an
Yeah.
extra 2 turns for you just to slowly
Right.
kill him. You know?
Tell us a little bit in the pre. I know you're saying that you were a little bit unplugged, but it looked like just looking at some of the tech choices, you were expecting a little bit more warrior, rogue, hunter, demon hunter, maybe just with the amount of oozes and sticky fingers and stuff. Is that
Yeah.
fair to say?
So I was expecting that definitely exactly as you said. I was expecting Rogue 100% because I think it's just considered to be one of the best decks right now. Like it's been brought in GM and it's been. I think a lot of people in Pro Series are bringing it right now. So like Weapon Rogue is huge, and also Warrior and Demon Hunter. I decided to ban Warrior because looking at the stats, it seemed like Warrior had the best shot into my decks, anyways.
Yeah. According to stats, you don't win a game against the
Right.
Warrior.
So I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna have to ban this anyways. Probably not the best idea to hard tech versus Warrior then ban it, but
Yeah. But if there's a Demon Hunter or a Rogue as well, like even just one of those classes, all those techs are
Yeah.
immediately fine. So
Yeah, you just
No,
happened to queue into Inzi. And,
queue into someone who's
I
like,
could
nah,
queue
I
into
don't
literally anyone else.
right. And then we were talking a little bit about your Demon Hunter as well, about what cards came out to fit in the oozes and stuff. Was it maybe we had talked about potentially a Scoundrel or a Glaive Bound Adept? Can you where did you find the space for your oozes and stuff?
So I cut a Spectral Sight and I think a Scoundrel, yeah. I don't even know what the stock list is right now, but I mean those. It's like it has a similar shell as Control Demon Hunter from a couple of weeks ago, except you put in all the soul shards and all the support cards for that.
The stock list either 2 Scoundrels or 2 Adepts, plus the double Spectral with no oozes. But obviously you can cut some onesies and twosies here and there to fit in some tech choices if you need them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't actually seen Adepts, but that would make sense in this list.
Yeah, the Adepts is just for the more over the top burst when you Polket. If you play Polket, it's mainly if you play Polket, you play the Adepts. If you don't play Polket, you play the
Right. And Polket just guarantees you the Sociologist and also Skull of Gul'dan.
Yeah, Skull and Skull hits all your expensive cards in too.
Oh yeah.
Where it hits the other Skull and then your 5 drops and then you rip the 3 mana Skull and then you just start turning through your deck so fast and you just burst them for like 28 in like 2 turns.
But don't do what I did, and the coin mountain giant of our time is Polkelt and then shuffle soul shards. That doesn't work. I mean,
surprisingly, Polkelt actually is pretty good in Face Hunter, which I don't think anyone saw that coming pre-release.
No, definitely not. I actually thought the Polket was actually going to be your downfall there because Inzi did have other heal cards if he wanted to rip some of them, but didn't have the mana with the plays. So,
Right.
so if he did play like one more heal card, that Polket would have like kind of locked you out of some burst for quite some time after that last Animal Companion.
Right.
You
Yeah.
got some secrets, more secrets, and you just been like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the secret package that game, but got all the bursts, so that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
so
Set up
looking,
that 2-turn lethal with the Animal Companions, kill command, hero power combo.
Yeah. I was thinking for that turn if I should trade in. Then I realized that I was probably going to lose 100% if I didn't push damage.
removing one of the shadow runners.
Yeah, because I could have died that turn, but on the other hand, I don't actually ever win if I don't push the 4 damage phase.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you would have traded there, that would have like instantly locked the game out for you too.
Right.
So you just got to go for that. Have it or I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, if he had Mally and Moonfire, I think that was lethal. Or that might have been one off actually.
So you were at
I was
17.
at 17.
At
He had
time?
2 Twilight Runners. He was at 9 mana. Yeah, actually, he would have been one off even with Mally Moonfire. And he already played a Moonfire.
Yep.
Oh, he milled it because
Yeah, he milled off his overflow. He milled one
his-
Moonfire. off
that
the
turn he played Overflow for heal, and then he drew like 9 cards in a turn and milled like 7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really trying to heal.
Right.
So looking at the greater series right now, this puts tap last, because so going into the series it was 5-4 in favor of the Beard Boys, but this obviously this win for tap last has put tap last back in. So going into Anazabe versus Lawful Dog and Myanodon versus Last Champ, you have any thoughts on those 2 matchups coming up? Because it's still close, still a pretty close series.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely glad to pick up this win because those are definitely 2 marquee. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Marquee.
Matchups. Marquee matchups. There we go. Those are definitely two matchups we want to watch for.
Yeah, but C-Mac has been on record saying that losing week 1 is a tap last thing. So you do
Well,
you do have the C-Mac curse of that. So
I guess we're gonna have to break tradition then.
yeah, we'll see if Lawful Dog and Last Champ can pull it through.
I have great faith in those 2. Lawful Dog was he came in clutch so many times last season. Like we literally needed to sweep to win the week, and he actually came through.
Listen, the only reason I don't have faith in your team is because the Last Champ hasn't changed his name yet to the current champ. So I've lost all faith.
he is the last champ because he was the champ of last season.
Is it? But it's also like the current champ. You're the current champ until you lose again. Then you're the last champ.
That's a fair point.
It's the way I do workouts. If I don't work out, I'm always pre-workout.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I only work out once, I'm always post-workout.
Oh man.
All right. Well, yeah. Congratulations, Saku or Tuna. Do you have any last questions for Tyfoon before we let him bask in his victory?
Nah, I think I asked Tap Blast enough questions like 3 weeks ago. I'm out of questions for this, guys. Still a little salty about the second place finish, but you can't control everything. So
True. You guys have a favorite moment of the match?
Well, I mean, just from an education standpoint, of course, mine Render Lucia, but I also really liked seeing how you navigated that Demon Hunter against both the Mage and the Priest. Obviously, it didn't. The Mage was able to find. Was it
Frostbolt?
Yeah, that was the fastest Frostbolt. Hopefully, Inzi didn't hurt his shoulder grabbing that Frostbolt so fast. But one Frostbolt was the beginning and the end, and just I really want to try if you have let's assume you have a rank novice playing this Demon Hunter list. What would be a couple nuggets of wisdom for piloting it? Say on the ladder, say somewhere around, I don't know, just at random, maybe around Diamond 3.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth the 30 to 40 minute games to climb.
It's really not.
Hit Legend with a different deck and then start jamming that Priest.
No, sorry, for the Demon Hunter, for the Soul Demon
Hunter.
Hunter.
The Demon Hunter. Oh, it's still not. The matchup still takes a long time.
Oh yeah, just don't do it.
Just play some aggro, hit Legend, then start jamming the Demon Hunter.
Exactly. Or just Druid,
Nah. You gotta play the decks that beat that deck,
It's true. Just
And then
play the Face Hunter.
You face Priest, and then you scoop it up, and then you just move on.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. So have you had the chance to do some testing with this Polkelt and the Face Hunter? Because I'm definitely in the process of cribbing this list right now as we're talking.
Not gonna lie, that was my first game playing that list.
Well, that's a pretty strong start.
Thank you. Yes, it is indeed. I've been playing nothing but Fall Guys for the past 2 weeks.
Getting crowns, being a little bean man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
excellent choice. So, by the way, I should say,
Yep.
alternative to Hearthstone, and all they got to do is integrate that into Hearthstone. We're good to go. So,
Oh yeah, man. If you could mind render a Lucius somebody in Fall Guys, makes
Just
it a grip. Makes
completely
grabbing
change
tail.
their position for the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, makes the grab and tails mini game a lot easier. Joink. All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations again, pulling out the victory for Tap last, and we'll let you get back to your Friday. Have a great Friday, man.
Thank you. You too. All right. Take care.
thanks so much, Tyfoon.
That's the fun. Don't play priest.
Don't play priest.
Just
Don't
don't.
do it.
I hopefully, if Wicked Good's out there, he doesn't mean it. So-
He means it. I mean it too. Hit legend, then play priest. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
So heading into this, we mentioned at the very top of the show, that's Inzi versus Tyfoon in the books. Next up is a Hero Series matchup between kingofpxl for insert good name and LordNeoLite for Wild Aces. Total format change. This is going to be Last Hero Standing, closed deck lists, and it is also kingofpxl's birthday.
Insert good birthday comment here.
Yeah. Oh, I think the last time you and I cast together, you got to hear my totally rad birthday song.
I did, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think one time's enough for,
That was
for everyone.
that only hurts because it's probably true.
It's I don't. Let's just say I never lie, but I never tell the truth.
If I play you and play secrets, do I get more secrets?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. So looking at this is obviously a little bit tougher to pregame for because the deck lists are secret even from us. But it looks like kingofpxl has brought a Demon Hunter, Druid, Mage, Warrior lineup up against LordNeoLite's Druid, Hunter, Rogue, and Warrior. So Druid is the same, Warrior is the same, but Demon Hunter, Mage versus Hunter, Rogue. What do you think about these third and fourth decks heading into this?
Rogue has been on the up and up recently. You can either go the Secret Passage or the Secret Package.
Mhm.
Now there's a card called Secret Passage. You got to be careful in your verbiage there. The Secret Package or just the straight stealth have both been on the up. I'm a bigger fan of the stealth one just because you burst people so much faster.
Oh, yeah. The reach is insane. You can even play bad cards, as we were talking before the show started. You can even play bad cards and win.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think overall, looking at these lineups, I think I want to favor LordNeoLite's lineup.
Yeah, the Druid, Hunter, Rogue, Warrior.
It's mainly the Hunter and the Rogue that makes me want to lean his way, because Hunter alone can sweep all of kingofpxl with the right ban.
Yeah, that's an important thing to point out for folks who are maybe not as familiar with the formats. Conquest, of course, when you win, the deck is done. Last Hero Standing is you play a deck till it loses. So all of a sudden, things like any decks that have had really high roll potential have always been dangerous in this format, since you can't. Your deck only has one chance to win, and then obviously gets to keep winning. But if it only gets one chance, and if it's a 60-40 and you happen to hit that 40, it's gone. And you
Exactly.
yeah. And so I remember back in the Kuhn the Forgotten King Malagos Druid days, there were folks who would bring that just because there's a 10% chance you draw your deck exactly right and win against anyone. Just
exactly.
didn't matter.
Did not matter. Yeah. But
So with that in mind, do you think we see any crazy, like a big warrior or like a?
no, I assume we'll see from LordNeoLite. We'll probably see. I don't think we're going to see Malagos Druid from either player. They're probably just going to play the survival version because Lake Threshers is good into the opponent's lineups. The warrior for LordNeoLite is probably going to be like a bomb warrior. It lines up extremely well into kingofpxl's entire lineup as well. The rogue probably going to be stealth as well. We're probably going to see just a pure aggro lineup here. Plus, this Tyfoon jumps out again real quick.
Hey, Tyfoon. Bye, Tyfoon.
Yeah, so we'll probably see something super aggressive here from LordNeoLite. And honestly, I don't know how kingofpxl is going to handle it because LordNeoLite's probably going to ban the warrior here and just have a field day with at least a druid and the demon hunter. I don't know how the druid and demon hunter is going to win for kingofpxl unless the druid wins a mirror or something.
Oh, interesting. It looks like Lord Zeolite has actually banned away the Demon Hunter, and it looks like King of Pixel has banned away the Warrior. So we're going to see Druid Mage Warrior against Druid Hunter Rogue.
Interesting. Interesting that the Hunter was left up.
Yeah, and so we're going to see potentially some explosive Hearthstone. Is that still the politically correct way of saying some complete ramping garbage?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by these bans. The Demon Hunter, there were considerations, but with the Hunter, you don't want your opponent to bring Enraged Warrior. Like if King of Pixel brought Enraged Warrior, the Rogue and the Hunter are gonna have a tough time, to say the least.
That's a great point, because whenever I see a warrior on a list right now, I pretty much assume Bomb Warrior, but you're right. Enraged Warrior is definitely still, especially if it's a comfort pick, I feel like, for a lot of folks who have had a lot of experience in the previous
previous meta.
Yeah, it was incredibly powerful, and it didn't really get any weaker. It's just now there's all kinds of fun, new, flashy stuff. But Enraged Warrior is still just solid. And if you have a lot, that's a deck where if you have a lot of games and a lot of experience and a lot of just, what all of your cards are for in your very bones, you can really get a lot of mileage out of that.
If King of Pixel has a lot of knowledge on this warrior, we could see a sweep from the King. I was favoring Lord Zeolite's lineup before these bans, but now with the warrior being lifted up, I don't know. It swings definitely back towards King Pixel, but if we can get rid of if Lord Zeolite can get rid of the warrior off rip, then he should be fine.
What kind of mage do you reckon this is? Because the one
probably just the one we just saw, most likely.
Yeah, tempo. I mean, it seems like just in my various ladder adventures, I've still seen some Highlander mages kicking around, but it seems like this tempo either using, Frost Whisper or the what's the girl that every time you play a spell she gains spell power? Blank.
The 5-drop.
Yeah, and then you drop a couple of apprentices, and then you just go crazy.
The 5-drop girl is not run as much. It's kind of too slow, and they don't really go for that OTK anymore. They just go for the pure value hard train into just like over the top damage. But
I see some spectate.
So we got Lord Zeolite on the Hunter taking on King of Pixel's Warrior here.
Okay,
it looks like it is Bomb Warrior from King of Pixel.
Did I see a ramming speed in the mulligan? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It could even be Big Warrior based. I've never seen Bomb Warrior play the ramming speed. It used to just be purely Big Warrior playing that, but Big Warrior definitely does not play Armor Smith, so.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what's had to come out to make room for the ramming speed. And a Battle Rage. Bomb Warrior doesn't typically play Battle Rage. Am I crazy?
They do. Yeah,
oh, they do? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Especially they still run the Skipper Armor Smith package.
Oh, true.
They definitely still run the Battle Rage.
So this is some sort of, instead of a Bomb Warrior with more controlling flavor, this is a Bomb Warrior with more of the enrage mechanics.
Yep.
And there's an early Face Stalker. You were talking about the possibility of this Hunter just getting going early, and this is going.
Well, the bad part is this deck usually only runs about 3 to 4 secrets, and 2 secrets are in Lord Zeolite's hand. So that could be a little bad here for the Lord.
I just really like the on-play line for Intrepid Initiate. Let me work my magic.
There's a lot of good lines in this new set.
Yeah, and so now we see the Pressure Plate and Freezing Trap. And like you were saying, the Pack Tactics and Explosive Trap are already in the hand for Lord Zeolite. So
there might be one more if we're running a double explosive, but I think we're out of secrets here for the Lord.
Mm-hmm. So now King of Pixel is faced with a 2/3 that's extremely high value from what he can see. Face Stalker, every turn that Face Stalker survives is a headache. And then Intrepid Initiate seems it can turn into a 1-mana deal 6 right over the course of a game. It's deceptive.
Magical.
And actually, because we're going to see the Pack Tactics played, let's see if there's a second copy. We'll find out immediately. There is not an extra Explosive Trap, it looks like. So
that might be all the secrets. Okay, Wrench Caliber probably coming down. I'm intrigued that we didn't sword and board last turn.
Yeah,
But-
next turn. Oh, going to go ahead and commit the upgrade as well. Next turn, obviously, cutting class is going to be extremely efficient board or extremely efficient card draw. But for right now, LordNeoLite is actually going to increase the amount of board threat by 1.
Go command.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
Wow, man. I know that even I just said, man, this hunter can really step on the gas. But holy smokes, this is a warrior, and he's down to 12 life. It's turn 6. I mean, it's got to be, I assume, Risky Skipper Armorsmith time, right?
Yeah. Plus the sword and board, plus the shield slam, we should be able to clean up most of this board.
Going to set off the pressure plate because the Armorsmith is gone, and so we are now down to sword and board, shield slam, and then a weapon swing.
Yep. So that will clean up the board. As long as we shield slam first.
Right. That's
Feel real bad to shield slam after attacking.
So the last trap in play is the freezing trap from LordNeoLite, and now LordNeoLite with the board clear, but look, kingofpxl down to only 12, and you were pointing out that there's a kill command in hand. The ability to summon a beast with this Marsul Cub for 1 means that it's 4 mana, deal 5 at any point.
Get off Demon Companion.
Always Refa.
Always Refa.
And I'm interested to see if this pulls out any additional secrets.
Nope. It shouldn't.
Yeah, I just didn't know if they were doing any 2-ofs of some sort of crazy 2-of freezing trap or pack tactics or something, but nope, not the case. So kingofpxl has approached the corner, just needs to get around this corner, and the Lord Barov in combination with the Risky Skipper effect will blow up this board.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
kingofpxl needs to start finding some armor quick.
Yeah, I have to assume that from this point forward, it's 2 mana is just earmarked for the hero power, unless there's some other way. But 2 mana, he's basically overloaded for 2, so that he can.
Yeah, every turn, take it up. Ooh, that's just lethal.
That is lethal damage. The 7 mana deal 10 will exactly equal kingofpxl's life total, and man, oh man, this hunter.
This is what I was worried about. I don't know how kingofpxl is gonna stop this hunter. I honestly don't.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen
the mage might have a shot with the freeze effects and stuff, but it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, we got to see in the last series, the Tyfoon Inzi series, how rough face hunter versus druid can be. If it is like you were saying, survival of the fittest druid instead of Malagos druid, is that better or worse against this?
It technically gets better because the pulling leg threshers on an early turn just allows you to always keep the board. So if you can go off on an early GA, pull the leg threshers, then the hunter can never develop a board. So it's more about burst damage than damage over time with the initiates and other random beasts.
But it looks like kingofpxl agrees with your assessment and thinks that the mage is the best chance to try to deal with the pressure of this hunter in an early.
I mean, it's for sure not the druid.
It is for sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It was the mage 100% had to be brought here because the druid even with the Lake Thresher version, it's still just unfavored.
Let me work my
So
magic.
I'm actually curious about what the exact numbers are on this one. So I'll be right back to go check that out.
And this is going to be, I mean, kingofpxl is already at it's like, I guess, I mean, you want to save up mirror image. You have mirror image, you have the coin, you have devolving missiles and a mana cyclone and a sorcerer's apprentice. So you really want to wait till, if you can, get away with it like turn 4. Just go huge, generate a bunch of stuff, do a bunch of stuff and generate a bunch of stuff. But if there's one thing we saw in that last game, it's that
you really
this
can't
hunter-
do that.
No, yeah, this hunter hit the gas.
I wonder.
And so how kingofpxl walks that line between the sort of the how much, because it's also possible with this mage to just run out of cards, right? If you don't get enough value out of your cyclones and stuff, then you're just stuck there with low health and no cards. And walking that line is one of the things that can really separate the great players from the truly exceptional players.
Yeah.
But holy smokes, look at this board. It looks like King of Pixel already thinking about potentially committing his Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Might have to, or even just. I mean, Devolving Missiles really doesn't do anything on this board unless it hits the Initiate. So, board really hard for King of Pixels to deal with at the moment. Kind of a slow start or a slow stoppage with the mirror images that we'll probably see next turn. We'll probably see like Sorcerer Apprentice, mirror image, coin. Just try to get something in retaliation here.
Yeah. I wonder, I'm interested to see if King of Pixel decides, it probably depends a little bit on what LordNeoLite does this turn, but maybe just basically cycle this Devolving Missiles, try to find... try to find...
Oh, we're back.
Yeah. You know, because right now Devolving Missiles is not great, but as the game goes on...
It's rarely great in this matchup.
It's
It's usually a one of in this deck list, and it's rarely good against this. So he's probably one of those ones you didn't want to see for a while. I would like to see this pressure plate followed by the tour guide this turn, but LordNeoLite disagrees with me.
All right, so it looks like okay. Actually, I assume this is a preemptive tour guide for next turn. Pressure plate, hero, plate. Secret Face Stalker, thank you, and hero power.
I wanted to see the pressure plate specifically this turn, since King of Pixels is still on coin. Because of stuff like this, so that would have just possibly eaten that Sorcerer Apprentice off rip.
And here it is. We're gonna throw these Devolving Missiles just to maybe hit
it
this
hits
4-3. Ooh.
Oh, we got something.
Yeah, something came from off
Ray of
map
Frost.
there. Oh, okay, nice.
And a Brain Freeze. Okay.
That Brain Freeze is definitely an excellent pickup for King of Pixel, able to clear off that 4-3 finally. But turn 3 down to 19 health, and that's a big resource, the Mana Cyclone, and there's not a whole lot of stuff left. But that Mana Giant is crucially already down to 3 mana. But is it too slow? I mean, playing it next turn. I mean, look at this board.
Wow, the Dwarven Sharpshooter plus the tour guide last turn. Nice combo. Got a freezing trap.
And with that
this Mana Cyclone's gonna go bye-bye soon.
Yeah. And then, gosh, what do you do if you're King of Pixel? It seems like
I'd probably just slam an 8/8.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, there's drawing 2 is just like conceding for a turn. Hopefully you hit a Ray Frost. Okay, we did hit the Ray Frost. That was okay, we're gonna play the wrong.
It's got to be I assume it's the Icicle, right? You just need something that you can...
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wolpertinger is not... so let me see. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage showing. And then, of course, the hero power. So this is going to be... Actually going to respect thinking about respecting the Wand Thief with the hero power there.
Yeah, it's just to keep your 1/1s up. So it makes Arcane Missiles and Devolving Missiles, if they discover another one, harder to hit your Face Stalker.
True. Very true. And of course, siphon some of those secrets out of your deck makes it more likely you'll draw something like a kill command, because LordNeoLite's getting real close to just Animal Companion kill command kind of territory.
Hack Tactics. Okay. It's gonna turn one of them 1/1s into a 3/3.
Yeah, and actually with looks like with the Pack Tactics pull off of the Face Stalker, not as concerned. Actually, he's just going to go ahead and develop the pressure plate and dare King of Pixel to attack into any of these things. Jandis Barov is probably not going to be enough, but
man, it could be double taunt. I mean,
that's
we
true.
just saw one double taunt today.
That's just not enough mana to Sorcerer's Apprentice, cast a bunch of spells, and still Mana Cyclone.
I mean, we could kill this. We could kill the Face Stalker though.
True.
I think.
And we're going to be able to get this Mana Giant for extremely cheap.
Yeah, down to 1.
I don't think... I assume King of Pixel isn't playing any secrets, so Ancient Mysteries doesn't really do anything. But it does make
it makes
the
Giant 0. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
4, 5, 6, 7 dead.
9. Yeah, I'm doing the
Yep.
math here, and this 9 minus 9, pretty grim.
7 on board plus the hero power.
Yeah.
Lethal.
Just nothing wrong with checking your math twice, but yeah, if
Yep.
so,
He's still redoing the math as he's trading. He's like, wait a minute.
wait a minute.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it? Yeah. Okay.
7.
Is it?
9 minus 3, 6 minus 1.
Yep.
minus
And
1
that
minus
does it there.
exactly 0. And with that mage dead, you might be in for a short night here.
Yeah.
Tuna. Like, this might be
I mean, all the fears I was saying literally like 8 minutes ago of I don't know why we did not ban this hunter, because this hunter is just it lined up so well against King of Pixel's entire lineup.
30 seconds ago when this series started.
Yeah. And now this druid has a nightmare in front of it. I mean, even if it can beat this this hunter, it still has to beat the rogue and the mirror. So
Oh yeah, Druid in for some tough sledding here. It's not impossible, but this isn't the deck you want to be stuck on.
It's like this druid standing at the bottom of Mount Everest without any gear, and someone told it to get to the top.
Yeah,
And that's what it has to do. It looks like the players have to requeue because of the disconnects that game. Kicked them out of their matchmaking. So we will wait here as they requeue up and get back into the game. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm curious. I know we might not be able to talk to King Pixel, but I'm curious on why we didn't ban the hunter. But
yeah, and it's one of those where maybe both bans were interesting, right? Because LordNeoLite chose to ban away the Demon Hunter instead of
the warrior. I mean, there's more arguments to ban the Demon Hunter as well. Like there's arguments for that one too. But I really cannot see why we banned the warrior from LordNeoLite. I honestly don't. But
so we see a Nature Studies Bog Beam Crystal Power Speaker Gidra in the opening hand for King of Pixel and LordNeoLite. One of the things about these really low curve lists is that you usually got stuff to do in the first 4 turns. And actually, we're going to get to see once again Polk Helt on 4 potentially out of LordNeoLite.
a little bit of a slower hand though from LordNeoLite this time around. But
yeah, for sure. Strength in number is going to be the pick for King of Pixel. I guess just another way to cheat out a taunt later on. Way to cheat out a Mount Seller potentially.
yeah, but the thing is you have to spend the mana on those creatures, where Guardian Animals does not spend the mana on those creatures.
Very true. Actually, so it's probably just a cheap proc on Mount Seller later on. just a one mana.
If we run the Mount Seller.
I think I saw Mount Sellers in the mulligan as we were loading in. Yeah.
Mine loaded in super slow, so this is the first board I'm seeing. So
oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's well. Allow me to just go ahead and allay any fears you might have had. It's Huffer. It is Huffer.
Oh, you mean it's Refa into Huffer?
Yep. Well, it's actually Shima into Huffer, but yeah. I mean, because everything was weird when it wasn't Refa, but now it's Huffer. If the Universe's double helix is back in alignment.
I think we have another DC. Are these cards still floating here for you?
They are not. So right now I'm on turn 4. LordNeoLite has 2 Wolper
Oh my goodness!
Voracious Reader. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yep. No worries. The Voracious Reader actually off the top for LordNeoLite means he gets to not only play Polk Helt on 4, but Voracious Reader is going to go ahead and draw 2 this turn. And
oh man, this is.
We're gonna see perhaps just in terms of card for card. Yeah, that was a strong swipe. Oh, okay. Gonna go ahead and play the Ingenuity to allow both a Face Stalker and Tour Guide to come down this turn, which we've seen just how powerful Face Stalker into Tour Guide into hero power.
Yeah, it can be.
And especially now that we've seen a swipe come and go for King of Pixel, that means that removing this Face Stalker is going to be tricky until Guardian Animals or something comes out.
Yeah.
And even with a Guardian Animals rip, we're going to see trap after trap come in where it's going to be pack tactics, or we see a freezing trap in play already right now. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get to this phase, Stalker.
This Phase Stalker might just carry LordNeoLite to the end of the game.
Yeah, actually, Hulk Health should guarantee a
Kill command or an eagle horn bow or another animal companion. It is random upon the 3 drops.
yeah. Well, it'll be the Dragon's Bane, right?
Oh yeah. If they run it.
Right. And so, any of those cards you just mentioned will be good enough in this. Okay, Animated Broomstick will allow the charging in of that Lake Thresher you were talking about. It's being quite good against these kind of decks, but with a freezing trap in the way, he's going to have to be KingofPxl's ordering.
Just attack with the broomstick first. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is one of those where you can't. If you're going to play a spell, you got to do that first in case it's pressure plate. If it's freezing trap, you must broom first. Like this is a thing where it's obvious what you have to do, but it's very easy to get it wrong.
Sweet. Did the attack first. I am very surprised that LordNeoLite did choose to play out the adorable or whatever the 1 mana card is.
Oh yeah, the Monster Hub.
Yeah. Instead of hero powering for the possibility of a pressure plate or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. And actually, so now with this Thresher in the way, with the draw of the Dragon's Bane, this could be 7 damage to the face, could clear the Thresher.
Oh, you just want to go face.
Yeah, I would imagine we're hoping that all of this damage goes face ways. There it goes.
Yep.
Nice work.
Yeah, this Iron Bark's not going to matter because the kill command off the top will be lethal.
Yeah, I guess it'll stop an Eagle Horn bow potentially. Because you were saying it's random off the thing.
It is random. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So there's still 1 animal companion, 2 bows, but then both kill commands, like you said, it's just ball game. So
yeah, 40% chance for lethal.
Strength in numbers. Gonna go ahead and just, I mean, I guess if you don't,
you might as well
Guardian
just
Animals,
claim it. Yeah.
yeah,
To build your own Guardian Animals.
that's right. And gains 1 armor. Off the top is a kill command for the win.
That's game.
Man, a 3-0 sweep for LordNeoLite. Just gonna go ahead and run roughshod over the Druid, Mage, and Warrior.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I told you, but you know, I told you.
That I haven't been playing any of the current version of the Face Hunter, but that from what I've seen tonight, I think it's probably worth my time and attention here at this point.
Yeah.
So it had my curiosity, and now it has my attention. Yeah. And that is just I mean, Bill Snyder's Wild Aces are just continuing a pretty significant run here with bringing them to another 3-0, putting them at 2 3-0 series and 1 3-1 series heading into the last 2 series. And Wild 9 and is it your mum kid?
Your mum kid.
Your mum kid.
Yeah.
Are gonna have to really knuckle down if they don't want to just
yeah, I mean,
basically swept.
Wild 9's got a tough matchup ahead of them. You know, C-Mac's always a super tough competitor. I'm not just saying that because he's in chat right now listening, and I know he'll come to my house if I don't say that. But you know, but Tuesday is also like Wild Aces during Saloon, which is the hero show this past Tuesday, was the #1 team across the board for all casters that night. So, you know, it makes sense that they're in here and just, doing their thing.
Yeah. And KingofPxl, I mean, at least if you are going to have to, end up losing a game of Hearthstone, at least it was over pretty quick, right? He can get on to his birthday.
No, I don't know. I mean, that's still a little. I mean, I guess so, since it is his birthday. You get to go back to that, but the matchups that do last all of, I don't know, 20 minutes, where 10 of that was like DCs and other kinds of stuff. It's still rough.
Yeah, but these are the kind of things where you got to have that real short-term memory, right? Can't let it
Yeah, can't let
Sometimes
it stick around.
sometimes you just get blown out. It's just a tough time. But the opposite of being blown out, to the person doing the blowing out, LordNeoLite, welcome, congratulations. That was a decisive 3-0 victory, my friend.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Just, play aggro, hit base. Easy wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it before your matchup started that the not banning of the hunter was just going to lead to a sweep, and here we are 3 games later.
Yeah. Speaking of bans and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just really strong.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Speaking of the bans, though, tell us a little bit about the Demon Hunter ban
just saying
as
the
opposed to a
Hunters-
potential Warrior ban.
I was really scared if they were playing the Souls Demon Hunter, which his teammate was also playing, and that could potentially just switch up. So that's what I was.
Okay, just banned out the class that had the highest chance of possibly sweeping you back. Yeah, that makes sense. I was talking that I was also scared about of you possibly banning the Warrior as well, because if it was in Rage Warrior, your Rogue and Hunter were gonna have a tough time of getting through that as well. But same could be said to the Demon Hunter as well. So all makes sense in the end.
Force against the Soul Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much about your other decks, but from the cards that we saw, tell us a little bit about the Pole Celt, how that's been working out for you, because you actually Tyfoon also is running this Pole Celt. Would you say that Pole Celt is getting pretty core for aggro hunter, or?
Did we lose him?
I'm afraid to ask. I don't know if only I lost him, or
I mean, I can hear you, LordNeoLite. Can you hear us? I'm gonna go with we lost him. Unless only Saku can hear him. Nope, Saku can't hear him either. All right.
Okay.
So that's all that matters. If Saku can't hear someone, then the whole interview's off, because Saku is Twitch right now.
That's right. That's right.
I'm twitching. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's twitching, Over there eating some Timbits, having a good night, twitching.
Yeah, too much sugar in my bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really
right
disappointed.
past the blood flow, straight to the bones.
Oh yeah, right in the marrow. It's a marrow slicer.
Right. Yeah, the Timbits are a marrow slicer.
Yep. I was disappointed to find out I don't really care as much for sugar cereals anymore, because that used to be a point of real joy for me.
Welcome to adulthood. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you can hear us, LordNeoLite, thank you for playing. Congratulations on your win. And we'll let you get to your evening. Have a fantastic Friday. Have a great rest of your weekend. And congratulations. And also worth mentioning, just a thank you to both kingofpxl and Inzi for playing. Condolences on their losses, but it's always fun to have matches on stream, right? Yeah, that's the tough thing about 1v1s. So only half the players get to win.
I mean, just playing a league, you get the win, or not league, series, THL. I didn't say the word. Just playing in THL allows you just always win every day. Great community, man.
True, very true. Those are the real victors.
Yeah,
us and the fans.
Well, it's mainly anyone that gets to come out here and get to watch Saku do Saku things. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. He's beautiful. He's awesome.
Oh,
it's just.
I feel so gushy inside now.
It's probably from all the Timbits you ate.
Speaking of Saku and how handsome Saku is, what do the good people have to look forward to moving into this weekend?
That is a good question. Sunday, we don't have anything lined up for matches, so if anybody has any free time for the 8 p.m. And 9 p.m. Eastern, hit me up. I don't see anything from Donde. I knew he was...
Yeah, there's one match. It'll be Donde and I casting tomorrow, but of course Donde didn't tell me who the match was. He just goes, "Hey, I got a game," and I'm like, "Who is it?" And then he didn't respond. So,
tantalizingly cryptic.
Yeah, Donde doing Donde things. So,
But it looks like What's it looks like
Schoolstone has a
plethora, yeah, or plethora, whatever which way
matches.
you want to pronounce it.
Yeah,
I'll let Brushy take over.
Yeah, we got so for Schoolstone, we got 3 different series coming for you on Schoolstone on Sunday. Yeah. With various different casters. I know Lotus Knight's going to be there for some of them. I think he said he has maybe base there for some of them. I'm coming in after my match there to help with all of it. So we got a plethora of matches. So match 1, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern for Schoolstone, is going to be Avi versus Arhat in Pro. Match 2 is Twos versus your Mumked in Hero at 2 p.m. Match 3 is myself versus Duocat, which is a Wild Series match. And then once that concludes, we'll have Posca versus Scritch, which is also a Wild Series match at 4.
That is crazy. 4 matches in one day.
Yeah.
Just a buffet, a cornucopia.
Well,
I think he was trying to get a legacy match in there too, so that way we could have
no wonder,
one of everything.
No wonder Donde and I couldn't get anything.
Yeah, because Lotus Knight stole all of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Going for the full Secret Rogue Christmas tree, just every color on the board.
Yep. So if any of you guys are bored watching the GMs and specialists and priests matchups, come watch us.
Man, I'm just thinking back to all the games. I know it was only 7 games, but the number of games where it was just interesting decisions and one of the things that can be deceptive, I feel like, about aggro matches and aggro lineups is just you only have 5 turns, right? You need to win. You got to win in 6 turns, and so each decision is so much more impactful, right? Because it's
one wrong decision against aggro, and you're just you're dead.
Yeah, and if you make one wrong decision as aggro, like each decision is 10% of your total decisions. If you blow it, you're done. All right. Well, hey, yeah, Tuna, Saku, thank you guys so much for casting with me. It's always a blast, always a pleasure. Just a fantastic time coming in here and talking about some Hearthstone with the lads.
Absolutely. I mean, it's more of a pleasure of having you here with us because it's always Saku and I, almost guaranteed. So, you know, it was a pleasure of having you here, DollaBilz.
100%. Love to have you here anytime you got some free time. So,
yeah, I will shirk responsibilities, which I'm not going to comment on whether or not I am right now, but
You're not. We know.
I am. Right. That's right. Crap. I was supposed to say I'm not. Crap.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not on the internet for where anyone can find it.
Yeah, not at all on Twitch and soon to be YouTube in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So
thanks everybody so much for tuning in on this Friday Night Fights #1, and we will see y'all next time.
See you, everybody.
See y'all.